welcome back to a brand new video, and today here on the second channel, we are going to be taking a look at some brand new Scarlet and Violet cards that just got revealed, including a couple of new EX cards, and we're going to give them a look. PokeBeach actually just put out this article here on some new cards from Scarlet and Violet that were just revealed. Of course, Scarlet and Violet coming out on the 31st of March, which is so long from now, but we did get some new EX revealed, including a Gardevoir EX, which definitely will be pretty relevant. We even finally got the new Magnezone EX revealed. If y'all have not subscribed to the second channel yet, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. And this is the type of content that I post on the second channel here, just kind of talking about new cards that get revealed. I think this is going up a bit late at night. I just got a message saying that there was some new EXs revealed, so I was like, oh, okay, we got to get on and get a video on it ASAP. And since I'm still out here awake, I thought, all right, let's see if we can quickly get a video done and react to these new EXs. Because again, we got some pretty cool new ones, including a Gardevoir EX, which we will talk about why that's pretty good in just a moment. So let's look at the first EX is Magnezone. Now, Magnezone EX finally gets revealed in its full glory. We actually hadn't yet seen Magnezone fully revealed yet. We saw like little bits of the card revealed, but never the actual full card itself had gotten revealed yet, and a lot of people were anticipating that it would be good. It does have 330 HP. Yes, it is a stage 2, but it does have a lot of hit points, and it's got 2 different attacks. And it's lightning Pokemon, don't forget. Now, of course, got the first attack, lightning. It's got Energy Crush for 1 lightning, does 50 damage, and 50 for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. So basically, if you're playing against a deck that likes to put energy in play, this thing can do a lot of damage for a single energy. This attack does seem pretty deadly in combination with Cheryl. And I mean, even if you're playing against like Palkia, you can put like a super effective glasses on, do 300 to a Palkia if they have, 2 waters on, or, you're playing against Lugia. Lugia already puts like a million energy in play most of the time anyways, so you're one-shotting that pretty easily. And for 1 energy, I mean, it's not that bad of an attacker, and again, it does synergize really nicely with Cheryl. Now, its other attack does do 220 damage, and it does take 30 to itself. Nothing special there. I mean, with a choice spell, you can do 250, nothing crazy, but, I mean, its attacks are pretty low maintenance, and they can do a lot of damage in the right scenario. Magnezone is, of course, a Stage 2 Pokemon, which is a huge downside. However, if you actually get it into play, it has 330 HP. It is going to be pretty difficult to KO, and that's what I like about it. And it's a lightning Pokemon. There's a lot of big Pokemon in the format that are weak to lightning right now. I mean, even something like Flying Pikachu, if for whatever reason that starts becoming popular again, I mean, boom, there you go. I don't think this card is super good with, like, the new Energy Elixir card, mainly because it doesn't really need to play Lightning Elixir since its attacks are so low maintenance. The way you're probably going to want to play it is using, like, the Curlia engine to probably build up hands so you can constantly chain a rare candy and Magnezone. But I do like the card a lot. I think it's actually a pretty cool card. Will it be tier 1? No, but I think it'll be a pretty okay deck in the format. And then, of course, we do have the brand new Gardevoir EX. Now, Gardevoir EX looks really nice. Now, you're probably like, why is Gardevoir EX so special? It does have an ability, and, Gardevoirs that have an ability happen to be pretty good. Well, I think the reason why this is so good is because it evolves from Curlia. It doesn't evolve from, Gardevoir V or anything silly like that. It evolves from Curlia, meaning this is a card you can play if you are playing the Curlia engine within your deck. And, of course, I think the Curlia engine might be relevant because, the Shady Dealings and we got Cinccino rotating. This could kind of make the Curlia engine a lot better, and this Gardevoir EX is one of the many cards you can actually play within that deck, which immediately gives this Gardevoir some footing is you get to play it with the Curly engine. So it does have an ability, Psychic Embrace. As often as you like, during your turn, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy from your discard to one of your Psychic Pokemon, and if you do that, you have to put 2 damage on it. So the trade-off is you do have to put damage on your Pokemon. The benefit is this you can do as often as you like. The fact that you can do it as many times as you want in a turn is kind of broken. Now, there are a lot of Psychic Pokemon you could pair this with. Bro, you could pair this with Mewtwo V Union. You could pair this with Deoxys V-Star VMAX. You could pair it with Shadow Rider. I mean, there's a lot of cards you can pair this with. Again, you do have to take 20 damage for doing so, basically like, Single Strike Houndoom, but you could maybe pair this with Radiant Serena plus Scoop Up Net. You could pair it with other healing cards like Cook or PCL, or you could play it with, Ice Pop or something. It's probably bad, but you get my point, right? There's like a lot of healing you could play it with, and again, I think Serena could be the fun one. Being able to heal that 20 damage off will be good, and, if you're playing a bulky enough Pokemon, taking a bit of damage, that won't really matter too much as long as you're doing something big. This is a great addition to Psychics, because, I mean, Psychic already is pretty good right now. I mean, Psychic has a lot of support going for it. You have, like, Shadow Rider, you got Espeon, you have, you know, Mewtwo V Union, you got Arceus V-Star you can pair with Psychic Pokemon, but I don't know, the ability is really nice to have. It is on a stage 2, once again, so it is slower, but I mean, the engine is there, and again, it does work with the Curlia engine, and that means we have, you know, this Gardevoir, we got the Gardevoir that draws 2, we got the trade Gardevoir, we got the Gallade, Dynablade on top of the supporter Buddy Catch Gallade, so lots of support there for this deck. I think that this Gardevoir Curly engine is really looking good. Now, obviously, the ability is specifically only to, you know, Psychic Pokemon, but if you're playing the Curly engine within a deck that uses Psychic Energy already, you can play Gardevoir. It's also got an attack, and it does 190 damage. Then you heal all special conditions on it. Nothing crazy, but 190 is not bad. Of course, you can self-accelerate yourself. So if you're playing the Curly Gardevoir engine and you just happen to play, you know, 2 or 3 Psychic in your deck for whatever reason, you can maybe get away with that and play a Gardevoir EX, and you can actually build up the Gardevoir EX and attack with it. So really cool card. How good is it really? Not sure yet, but it does have a really strong ability, and it works really well with a pretty good draw engine, so definitely be on the lookout for some Gardevoir action. Next up is Great Tusk EX, which is a fighting Pokemon, so new fighting Pokemon, and of course, again, I've pointed out how Lightning might end up being a pretty relevant archetype going into the new format, as there's a lot of really good new Lightning Pokemon coming out in the new set, and of course, a lot of Lightning support cards are coming out, and the relevance of fighting Pokemon goes up. Now, what does this Pokemon do exactly? Well, it is a basic Pokemon, so right off the bat, it is a basic, so it's very easy to put into play. It's also got 250 HP, so it's tanky. Now, it does have the attack Bedrock Breaker. For 1 fighting, does 40. You have to discard a Stadium in play, and then you have Gigantotusk. For 3 fighting, you do 250 damage, and then you gotta take 50 damage. Now, nothing crazy there. You compare this, of course, with I think it's Miraidon EX, I think it is. I honestly cannot remember the Scarlet and Violet EXs. I know there is the EX Pokemon that accelerates Fight Energy, and there's also, you compare this with, like, Gutsy Pickaxe. It does do okay damage. I mean, 250 with a belt does 2-shot or 1-shot V-Stars. It's bulky for a basic, so at the very least you are using a basic, so it's fairly, like, low maintenance in what it does. So, I mean, it's not a terrible Pokemon. Kind of middle of the road. It is a fighting type, so there is the relevance of it being a fighting Pokemon, and if Lightning Pokemon get more popular, there is a reason to play this. And then, of course, we got Iron Treads EX, which is a Metal-type Pokemon. Now, the big thing about this is that Metal Saucer is rotating when this card comes out, so you won't be able to play with Metal Saucer, but what does this card do exactly? It does have the attack Triple Laser, does 30 damage to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon. This card is quite literally the embodiment of Registeel EX from Dragons Exalted, I think it is. Literally the exact same attack. Doing 30 to 3 Pokemon is cool, but, I mean, with Manaphy around, you're not really going to use this attack that much. The other attack, Cybernetic Wheel, you need a lot of metal energy, and it does 160, and then you switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So it does have a hit and run attack. I think the problem is that it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It's not a very strong attacker. It only does 160, which is pretty abysmal numbers. Like, that's barely even 2-shotting a lot of the EXs that we're going to be getting that are probably Stage 2 Pokemon. So, like, it's a pretty underwhelming card. Definitely, I think, the worst EX out of the bunch we got revealed. It's a cool-looking Pokemon, but kind of a bad card. It kind of sucks. Like, and again, with Metal Saucer leaving, like, maybe if Metal Saucer stuck around, this card would be okay, but I don't even know if it's very playable. I mean, yeah, as a hit and run deck, it's cool. You can pair it with, like, Miltank, but Miltank's going to get a lot worse anyways because the X's are coming out. So Miltank is not even going to be that good anymore, and, like, there's no Weezing anymore. Weezing's rotating, so probably a pretty bad card. Easily the worst EX that's been revealed so far, I think. It's a pretty underwhelming card. Doesn't really do anything and just kind of loses a lot of steam with rotation. But yeah, those are the 4 new EXs that got revealed tonight on Pokebeach. And pretty exciting stuff, of course. I am excited to see Magnezone finally get revealed. Not bad at all. Gardevoir X is really exciting because it does work with the Curly engine. And it is a Psychic Energy Accelerator, which is super relevant. And that'll be it for me here on the second channel. I will leave a link down below to the website here if you want to go read the scans and translations yourself, because some of them are very, very interesting. And there are definitely some really cool new cards that did get revealed. And I am very excited for this set to come out. And I mean, I just can't wait for rotation. Every time we look at Scarlet and Violet cards here on the channel, I'm probably just going to say, yeah, I can't wait for rotation because I'm tired of the format. But I can't wait for Scarlet and Violet. That'll be it for me. Hope you all enjoyed the video here on the second channel. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you all later.